finalist has revealed how he missed an Ed Sheeran gig after being held hostage by a gang and abandoned in the woods. Timmy Knowles, who made it to the finals of the Australian talent show, was at his home in Ockham, Surrey, in July 2011 when a group broke in and tied him up. The 30-year-old told Get Surrey how he was taunted alongside his friend Mark Reed before the gang raided Mr. Reed's jewellery store in Cobham. "They broke into our house while we were there and they tied us up," he said. "It was hard to know how many were in the gang. We were held overnight. We were taunted a bit, but we were mainly just waiting." The next morning, Mark was taken to his jewellery store, Gordon Marks in High Street, and I was taken somewhere to be held. I was left in the woods. He said he heard a car drive off before he managed to untie himself and make a run for it. "I ran to Mark's shop and by the time I got there, the road was cordoned off and armed police had arrived. We still don't know what happened. By the time Mark came out they were gone." He revealed he had already bought £10 tickets to see Ed Sheeran at Guildford venue The Boiler Room that night. "I knew people that knew him back before he got signed, so I heard about him through the grapevine early on," he said. "I remember a mate of mine saying, 'You've got to see this guy.' The kidnapping stopped me from seeing him." Australian-born Timmy lived in the UK for 10 years, despite only intending to fly over for 11 months, and said his music was also influenced by artists Ben Howard and James Bay. When asked if he'd consider auditioning for the UK version of The X Factor, he said he would definitely do the show over there. "I always have it in the back of my head that I will come back to the UK," he said. "It's as much my home as Australia." During his time in Surrey, Timmy performed at several venues including Five and Lime in Guildford, the William Brayan Share and the Running Mare in Cobham. "I used to play for the Punters at the Running Mare and then started doing gigs there," he said. "It was my universe for a long time." Timmy made it to the live shows of the X Factor Australia this year, but said he had never planned to do it that way. He said, "I always said, if I got to 30 and hadn't been signed I would do it. So I thought, why not go for it? I was just taking the show one step at a time, because I didn't know if it was even for me. Then it all happened so quickly, it was incredible. I didn't take it very seriously until I was in the final 12.